games begin. Come walk in my shoes. I done paid all my dues. I got something to prove. All in, nothing to lose. I was born for this. From day one I wanted it. We come too far to quit. Ain't no stopping it. I was born for this. From day one I wanted it. We come too far to quit. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. Let the games begin.
And hello, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you from Weatherford, Oklahoma at the Pioneer Cellular Event Center on the campus of Southwestern Oklahoma State for tonight's matchup featuring the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, the number 5 team in the country, as they're going to go to battle with Southwestern Oklahoma State. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. James Nicole with you, along with Phil Yonts. And Phil, we were stunned, needless to say, Thursday night. SNU suffered a 33-point loss to Southeastern, one nobody saw coming. You know, as we said, a loss could happen. A loss could happen to a good team like Southeastern, who's picked second in the GAC this season. We could expect it on their home floor. Nobody saw that 33-point loss coming. And so now comes a true test of a champion. How will these guys respond tonight in Weatherford taking on SWASU?
Yeah, as you said, absolutely did not see that coming. Southeastern, a very good basketball team. But SNU's been so good this year, so dominant. You did not expect them to fall their first game of the year by 33 points. So it's going to be important to bounce back. You know, it was one of those nights where they just could not hit the broadside of a barn. Nothing would fall for this.
That's a country term for you out there if you don't know.
Well, we're out here in Weatherford, so I had to bring it out. But, yeah, they couldn't find anything. And so now looking to bounce back in a big way against this SWASU team, an opportunity, a team that's struggling right now. SWASU just 2-5 on the year, an opportunity to bounce back and really regain all the momentum that kind of you lost a little bit in that last game against Southeastern. Not going to be easy because you can see already Noah Starkey did get concussed in that game against Southeastern, and he is going to be out in this game. He is in street clothes in his SNU jumpsuit, so no Noah Starkey in this game. So they're going to lose a little bit of that advantage in the post. And where it's going to start, they're going to need big games from obviously Jonathan Dunn, Micah Spate. They're going to have to rebound from their games last week. They're going to need some efforts from R.J. Palmer, from Ashton Charles, from Brady Mulkey. Some of those big guys are going to have to step up in big roles today with one of the top scorers out for SNU, their second leading scorer in Noah. Yeah, we know that R.J. Palmer has already stepped into a much bigger role this year, filling in for Quaylen Newton in that starting role, and he's done a great job in doing so, playing that 4 spot and just being a force down low, showing off with his athleticism, grabbing rebounds, and really just being another weapon on the offensive end. But now it's going to come down to who alongside him is really going to step up between Mulkey and Ashton Charles. Which one of them's going to step into that role and fill a void that you're losing with Noah Starkey sidelined for this one. SNU comes in 8-1 on the season, 2-1 in GAC play. They take on a Southwestern Oklahoma State squad, 2-6 so far this season, 0-2 in the conference. They've suffered losses to Oklahoma, check that, Southeastern, Oklahoma State, and East Central. One on the road, one at home. They are coming off a win, though. They did get a win over SNU's rival, Oklahoma Christian, on the road for that matter. A nice little win over the Eagles at the Eagles' Nest. Tough place to play. They got a 6-point win over OC, so maybe a little bit of confidence here for the Bulldogs coming in. And, you know, they know who Noah Starkey is, and they look at that sideline and see that he's not in the game. You kind of think already, hey, that could be a little bit of an advantage for us. Absolutely. You know, Noah Starkey, that huge body at 6'11", just a force to mess with down low. And that's got to feel good to SWASU knowing they don't have to mess with that. Their tallest one at 6'9". And so not have to worry about Noah Starkey down low has got to give you some confidence to at least be able to hang in there in this one. No doubt about that, as we are getting ready for the starting lineups here in just a moment. They're coming out on the floor just now. We'll run through the starting lineups for you. They're going to introduce Southern Nazarene right now. First, the starting lineups for SWASU. We're going to go backwards because, you know, that's what we like to do.
For Southwestern Oklahoma State, number 10, Marcus Thomas, the sophomore guard out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. He gets the start at guard. Then you have number 11, the guard that goes by Jeffkins Augimon Boudou. That's going to be a tongue twister out of Staten Island, New York, a 6'7 senior. He's going to get the start at forward. Number 32, we're going to have Sheikh Fall, the senior forward, 6'6 out of Senegal. He will get the start at forward. At guard, Jamar Sandifer, the junior out of Dallas, Texas. And then finally at guard, the leading scorer for SWOSU, number 5, Trey Evans, the junior, just down the road out of Edmond. That is your starting 5 for SWOSU. On the other side for Southern Nazarene, well, I usually say, hey, the starting lineup, if you watch SNU all season long, you know who it is. Not today. A little bit different here today. A little bit of a smaller lineup. Actually, you're going to have Micah Spate, the point guard, junior out of Oklahoma City, wearing number 3. You're going to have Zach Johnson, the senior guard out of Mansfield, Texas, getting the start at number 15. You're going to have number 13, Chris Stevens, probably playing more of that 3 role, junior guard out of Rowlett, Texas, getting the start. Jonathan Dunn going to be more, I think, of a stretch 4 today. The 6'4 junior guard out of San Antonio, wearing number 25. And then down low today, the man's going to be down in the paint. It's going to be number 1, R.J. Palmer, the 6'6 forward, senior out of Tampa, Florida. It's a little bit of a different lineup, a little bit of a smaller lineup, Phil.
Absolutely, yeah. Losing Noah Starkey, obviously, you're going to get a little bit smaller, but now you're having to move Jonathan Dunn down, as you said, kind of probably a stretch 4 role. So you're going to be smaller, but you've also got a little more athleticism on the floor. You know, Noah Starkey, it's great to have that big body, but doesn't quite run as much, doesn't quite allow you to do as many things on the defensive side of the ball. So you're going to be able to move players around a little bit more on the defensive end, be able to move and rotate and switch off ball, which could be huge for the Storm.
So we're set to go here. The teams are out, and SNU, you know, they're probably thinking also, hey, this is a matchup we can have as well. SWOSU is not a very tall team, so we can match up well with our smaller lineups, especially with other big men off the bench. But right now, Newton, who's been out so far all year, Spate not in the lineup, so Starkey, I should say, a little short-handed here for SNU. We'll see how they can respond today, as SWOSU will take the opening tip-off, and Trey Evans is going to bring it down here for the Bulldogs. Man-to-man defense here for SNU. Evans going to come off a screen. Johnson all over him. They will get it to Sandifer. Sandifer, top of the arc, looking to drive. Dunn knocks it away, and a steal early on for SNU for Jonathan Dunn, the reigning GAC Player of the Year. Dunn just taking it himself up the floor. He'll get it to Zach Johnson at the wing, inside to R.J. Palmer. Palmer going to kick it out to Spate. Spate, the point guard. Going to come off a screen, and he'll push it back out. Nice crossover, goes inside to Palmer. Palmer gets it stripped. That's going to be Thomas. Marcus Thomas with it, back on the other end. Dunn gets a piece of it. Believe Dunn blocked what would have been Sandifer on the other end. Spate going to go to Chris Evans, three-pointer. It's good. Chris Stevens for 3.
A great hustle on one end, getting the ball and keeping it from being an easy 2. And then on the other end, great ball movement to get Chris Stevens open for 3. We know he can knock those down.
Evans going to drive on Johnson and get the lay-in. Makes it 3-2 early on. Trey Evans off a screen there. And back the other end comes SNU. Micah Spate with the basketball. Micah Spate going to go over to Zach Johnson at the wing. Johnson up top to R.J. Palmer, top of the arc. Palmer going to hand off to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn going to take a long 2. It's good. 2-pointer, Jonathan Dunn. He's on the board. And you already like this start better if you're SNU after the tough shooting night they had on Thursday.
Yeah, they could not, as we said, couldn't buy a bucket there, but all of a sudden, 2, you got a 3-pointer and a long 2-pointer there. Build that confidence knocking down those shots.
Fall with it. Fall going to hand it off there to Marcus Thomas. Thomas with Spate defending. Thomas going to come off a screen. Tries to go inside the Falls. Good defense there by SNU. Now they do get at the Falls at the free throw line. Knocked away by R.J. Palmer. Falls gets it back. They'll go inside. Augimon Badoug puts it up. Nowhere near the bucket. Doesn't touch the rim. Shot clock violation.
Great defense by the Storm, not giving them an inch of room. You had Zach Johnson giving up some size, but still a great job staying strong and making it so difficult to find a look.
Micah Spate will bring it down here for Southern Nazarene. First 2 minutes into the contest, Southern Nazarene with a 5-2 lead. Jonathan Dunn, another long two-pointer. Front iron no good. Trey Evans with the rebound. Back the other way comes SWOSU. Evans with it. Evans going to come off a screen from Falls. Three-pointer from Evans is good, and we're tied at 5. Trey Evans has the first 5 points so far for SNU. One of the leading scorers for SWOSU. Zach Johnson going to go down, and he'll get a blocking foul on the shot. Evans going to get his first foul. Was not set as he tried to take a charge, and it'll be 2 free throws for Zach Johnson.
Yeah, liking what you see out of Zach Johnson here early on, stepping into the starting role, but playing some tough defense on one end and then being strong, driving to the end, not shying away from the moment that he's been given here with Noah Starkey out.
First free throw from Johnson is perfect, and SMU's lead back out to 6-5. One more coming up here from Zach Johnson, just underway here in Weatherford. Southern Nazarene and Southwestern Oklahoma State. Second free throw from Johnson is good. 2 points for Johnson early on, and a 7-5 lead for the Crimson Storm as Evans is going to bring it forward. And works out well for Bohach. Coach Bohach playing this matchup. Zach Johnson, his best defender, getting on SWOSU's best offensive player. Thomas going to come off a screen. Palmer almost able to take it away. They'll go inside to Falls. Palmer, good job getting back. Thomas will take a three-pointer. Back iron no good. Micah Spate with the long rebound. Micah Spate going to bring it forward. Spate looking for Dunn, and it's going to be taken away. Sandifer with the steal. Sandifer goes up with the layup. It's good, and we're even at 7. A couple turnovers early on for SNU. And we got quick stoppage in play, both for something with the shot clock, and we're going to get a quick shoe tie. And now we're good to go. Stevens the inbound, gets it to Micah Spate. And Spate will bring it forward, even at 7-7 early on here at the Pioneer Cellular Events Center here on the campus of Southwestern Oklahoma State. Spate going to come off a screen. Spate, nice drive, and he draws the foul. That one's going to be on Fall. That's a good job there by Spate, reading the defense, coming off a screen, driving hard to the basket. Nice little hop step, and he's going to the line for 2.
Yeah, right there. There was his quick burst that we see out of Micah Spate so often. Just got that quick first step, and he just kind of splits through the defense. A great job there drawing the foul.
First free throw from Spate is good. And so SNU already getting to the free throw line early on. Their 4th free throw coming up here in not even 4 minutes of play. Second free throw coming up here for Micah Spate. That one is good, and it's a 9-7 lead for the Crimson Storm. Evans going to bring it down here for SWOSU. Evans with Johnson defending, man-to-man defense here by the Crimson Storm. Evans, nice dribble move, tries to get it out, and gets it to Thomas in the corner. Marcus Thomas going to go inside. A little bit of a size mismatch there as Agaman Bodu gets to lay in over Stevens. Johnson on the other side, going to go out to Jonathan Dunn. 9-9 your score, back to Johnson. Johnson going to take a three-pointer, not even being defended. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound by Thomas. Back the other way comes Evans. Evans off a screen. He'll take a three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Agaman Badu, though. He can't get it to fall. Rebound going to go out of bounds and back to Southern Nazarene, and we'll have a timeout on the floor. 15:51 to play in the first half. We are tied 9-9 between number 5 Southern Nazarene and Southwestern Oklahoma State.
Customer is on the fence about buying a car. We should
give him a hug.
No. Next.
Full frontal?
No way. Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade them?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
15:51 to play in the first half. Southern Nazarene leading Southwestern Oklahoma State 9-9. Couple substitutions coming in. Junior guard Logan Hicks making his first appearance from a junior from Temple, Texas, transfer from Midwestern State. And then also into the game for the first time today, number 33, Ashton Charles, a sophomore forward from Houston, making his first appearance into tonight's contest. And give SNU a little bit more size as he's going to get set to inbound here to Micah Spate. SWOSU also with a Luke Llewellyn into the game here. He gets his first appearance so far today. James Hill, Phil Youngs on the call here in Weatherford. Logan Hicks with the basketball gets it to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn, Llewellyn defending. Dunn going to come off the screen. Dunn going to drive. Tried to kick it to Spate, and they're going to get him for a traveling call. This is similar to what we saw in the women's game. Not sure where that traveling was.
Yeah, I'm not sure there. He had his pivot foot. It looked like planted on the ground the entire time, but he will get called for the travel. And as we talked about, that looks like they are going to give you any wiggle room at all, and you're going to have to adjust to that throughout this game.
Sandifer with it at the wing. Dunn defending. Sandifer going to get a screen from Augmin Badu. Llewellyn with it. Offensive foul is going to go against Augmin Badu. With Palmer defending. And we're going to have Fall get ready to check into the game for SWOSU, as well as Daniel Eibel for the first time. So Eibel in the game, checking in for Falls. And we'll see what SWOSU's depth looks like here today as they're into their bench. Micah Spate with it. Micah Spate going to get a screen from R.J. Palmer as well as Ashton Charles. He'll go to Charles, almost taken away. You had Thomas all over Charles there. They're going to go in the corner. Dunn open for three. Jonathan Dunn knocks the one down in the corner. Good movement for the offense. Back the other way comes Trey Evans.
A great shot there by Dunn. Continues to just be a great catch and shooter off the play from Micah Spate. Give it Micah Spate's second assist of the game.
They're going to get Spate for a touch foul on Trey Evans. And Llewellyn set to inbound. Llewellyn going to get it in to Evans. You also had Fall check back into the game for SWOSU. Evans trying to go between two defenders. Somehow gets it back and then gets a block by Charles. Huge block there by Ashton Charles. R.J. Palmer gets blocked on the other end by Fall. And back we go. Evans now with it. Evans thought about the three-pointer. Good transition defense there by SNU. Evans with the pump fake, goes up with the shot. No good. Micah Spate with the rebound. Back the other way comes SNU. High action here so far. Dunn going to take a three-pointer. It's good. Jonathan Dunn, he's in his zone right now. 8 points for Dunn.
Dunn continues to knock down shots. All of a sudden, he's already 3 for 5. 2 3-pointers knocked down. One really long, too.
And a no good shot there. We're going to have a jump ball as Charles goes for the rebound with Fall, and it's going to be Southern Nazarene basketball. SNU doing a good job. You can see SWOSU's trying to get out and run a little bit. Transition defense has been sharp so far for the Crimson Storm.
Really has. We've seen that throughout this year. Just playing strong defense, being able to shut down key players from other teams has been a huge strength of this SNU team. And that just comes to playing team defense, being able to switch when it needs to be switched, rotate over, and we're continuing to see that here tonight, just making it really difficult on SWOSU.
Camden Gibson into the game for the Bulldogs. SNU in their offensive set. Logan Hicks with it. We're going to get an offensive foul on Micah Spate. They were running a play. Spate and Dunn grabbed each other to switch each other, and they called a foul on Micah Spate for grabbing his own teammate. That is not a good call. And the officials now having a talk, see if they can get it straight here. They're actually, I think, going to come review it to see who the hold was on. And if they do, they should see that. I saw it down there on the other end. It was a kind of an interesting movement, but Dunn and Spate grabbed each other and switched to go the other way. Not sure if it was done purposely or what. And this will more than likely be reversed if they're allowed to reverse it. I don't know if you can reverse fouls.
I don't know if you can reverse that, so I'm not sure exactly what they would be looking at. I guess what they thought they saw is Spate grab one of SWOSU's players whenever he grabbed Dunn. Maybe they're looking at who they want to call the foul on, but
They're pointing down to the baseline. I think it's going to stay. I don't know. And I think the other thing, I don't know if you can change possession on that per se. They might even go to the possession arrow, I believe. So it might stay SWOSU's ball, but no foul. So it is no foul. They get it straight. Not a foul on Micah Spate. And I got to say, I can understand Terry Evans, the head coach for SWOSU, his little bit of frustration. He's like, well, you made the call.
Right, yeah.
Can you reverse that, really? But it is the correct call. I can attest to that.
Yeah, I think you always want to get the right call, and that was one that hurts because, Micah Spade didn't even touch a SWOSU player on that. But calls will be made wrong sometimes, and that's the way it goes. So I agree with you. I don't know what the protocol is in this situation. I was not aware that you could reverse this.
Yeah, and I think Adam Bohutch probably isn't even concerned about getting possession back. He just wanted to make sure his point guard didn't get 2 fouls there.
Absolutely.
Micah Spate with it, top of the arc. He's going to come off a screen from Palmer, goes in the corner. Ashton Charles going to put up a 3-pointer. Short, long rebound's going to come to Gibson. Back the other way comes Evans. Evans going to kick it out. Pump fake a 3-pointer is Eibel. They'll get it to Evans for 3. Can't get the, he does get the friendly roll. My goodness. A little bit of love there.
Friendly is right. That hit the rim about 8 times before it decided to fall in.
Logan Hicks with it, going to come off a screen. He's going to take a 3-pointer off the mark. RJ Palmer with the rebound. Has Dunn open, but couldn't find him there. They'll get it out to Micah Spate and reset. Good decision there by RJ Palmer. Now he has Dunn open in the corner. Dunn puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Fall with the rebound. Evans going to bring it down. Evans, long 3-pointer. Off the mark, Ashton Charles with the rebound. Micah Spate coming back the other way for SNU. Spate going to drive, kick. Hicks another 3-point attempt off the mark. SNU starting to cool down a little bit from the field. Not looking as sharp again in the shooting. And that just shows how much it hurts when you don't have Noah Starkey in the paint.
Absolutely. And Logan Hicks, one of those players, he's really struggled on the road. We've seen him be incredible at the Sawyer Center, but on the road, he just struggled to find his shot. 0 for 2 here to start this one.
Gibson couldn't get the rebound, but Llewellyn fights through and gets the offensive board. Evans, nice dump off the fall. He misses the dunk. Evans gets the rebound. 3-pointer from the corner from Eibel. Boy, it's just a little bit of luck there.
Go from a missed dunk on one part to a 3-pointer.
As on the other end, Hicks went up for the layup, got blocked by RJ Palmer there for the putback. A little bit of a wild sequence here as we're under 12, SNU leading 17-15. Gibson holding it here, setting his offense. Gibson off a screen, gonna go to Llewellyn. Llewellyn with a 3-pointer. Charles right there, but he knocks it down. Boy,
Yeah.
I hope I'm not like the SNU team because this is giving me bad memories from Thursday already.
Yeah, SWOSU all of a sudden now knocking down their shot after shot. 4 threes already here, and then 3 for SNU. We've got
Charles 3-pointer on the other end, can't get it to fall. SNU is ice cold yet again. 5 of 13 right now. And SWOSU building some confidence, but there will be a steal there by Micah Spate, and then stolen back by Gibson. Oh, yeah, SNU just can't buy a break right now, and then it's thrown away. They're going to say it was tipped, so not a backcourt there.
wild passes by both teams. Ball just flying all over the court in this one.
Evans with it. Top of the arc, Spate defending. Evans. Spate defending. Evans goes to the basket, lays it up and in, and SWOSU has a 20-17 lead in the first 10 minutes of play. Micah Spate with it. Micah Spate will be fouled. He's going for a pretty easy call. SWOSU wanted a steal there, but came from behind and reached in, and we're going to have a timeout. 10:32 to play. SWOSU 20, Southern Nazarene 17. 2017 your score, SWOSU leading Southern Nazarene, the number 5 team in the country. And Phil, Southern Nazarene again struggling from the field, only 5 of 14 right now, 3 of 9 from behind the arc. On the other side, SWOSU 8 of 18 behind 10 points already from Trey Evans. They've got to find something already to figure out Trey Evans. He's been a problem so far.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, you know, SNU's done such a good job of shutting down key players on other teams, but Troy Evans coming out in this one, and he's doing a great job, Trey, just knocking down shots, getting to the rim, and he's just been able to just break through this SNU defense and find himself at the rim a couple of times for easy looks.
Jonathan Dunn with it. Dunn's going to come off a screen from Brady Mulkey, who just checked in. Dunn going to take it to the hole and lay it in. Too easy there for Jonathan Dunn. And if you're going to give Jonathan Dunn that, he'll take that all day.
Absolutely. We know Jonathan Dunn likes to take him from behind the arc and knock down those long shots. But if you're going to give him that easy look right at the basket, he will certainly take that.
Gibson with it right now. Johnson defending. He's going to get it out to Sandifer. Sandifer going to drive towards the baseline. Good defense there by Charles. Charles all over Sandifer, and he gets it to fall. Boy, I tell you, that was a great defense from Charles. Sandifer just got it right over his long arms, was able to knock it down as Dunn has it on the other end. Dunn to Zach Johnson, over to Ashton Charles at the wing. Logan Hicks, top of the arc, goes to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn off a screen from Mulkey. Dunn gets his man in the air, spins, goes inside to Mulkey. Mulkey outside to Logan Hicks, wide open for 3, and Logan Hicks can't get anything to fall for 2 games now. On the other side comes Sandifer. Sandifer gonna get it out to Agaman Badu. He goes up, and he will get called for a charge. Great job by Brady Mulkey. I think that's gonna be 3 if I'm not mistaken. That will be his 3rd. No, that will be his 2nd. Check that. Agaman Badu, they're gonna keep him in. Yeah, I think if you're SNU, go right at him here with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Agaman Badu, their biggest body, you know, getting him out of there would be huge. Allow SNU to get some easier looks at the rim.
Logan Hicks now off a screen. He's going to take a 2-pointer here. Can't get it to fall. Hicks is just really struggling right now. On the other end, they're going to try to go inside to Agaman Badu. It goes off the backboard. He gets the rebound and draws the foul. My goodness. It's going to be on the floor, but that should have been a turnover that turned into a foul. And luckily, the basket didn't count.
Yeah, that is absolutely unlucky for SNU. Ball sails wildly, somehow finds the backboard instead of out into the 2nd row behind the basket, and SWOSU will keep possession.
Trey Evans set to inbound here for SWOSU. He'll get it inside to fall. Mulkey all over him. Can't get it to fall, but the rebound going to come to Sandifer, who draws the foul. Right now, Southern Nazarene really hurting in the post. You are seeing how much they are missing Noah Starkey right now. And so to the line will be Jamar Sandifer. He'll have a pair of free throws. SWOSU leading by 3, looking to add to it. First free throw is up, and it rolls out. RJ Palmer back into the game. One more coming up for Sandifer. It's up, and it is good. And the lead out to 4 here for SWOSU. Still early in the contest. Maybe a little bit of surprise, though, if you're just joining us. SWOSU picked towards the bottom half of the GAC standings. SNU obviously set to repeat. Stevens going to work it around to Zach Johnson. Johnson back to Micah Spate. 3 top of the arc. It's off. And the rebound will come down to Marcus Thomas. Trey Evans now with it for SWOSU. Evans going to drive towards the baseline. They're going to get a foul on Coleman Edwards, who just checked in. And SWOSU set to inbound. Marcus Thomas set to inbound. Thomas going to go in the fall. Fall going to go up. No good. Rebound by R.J. Thomas. Good defense there by SNU. Thomas going to take it the other way. Kicks it out to Coleman Edwards. Edwards going to come off a screen. Goes back to R.J. Palmer. Palmer goes up. Foul and 1. What a play there by R.J. Palmer, and he's fired up after that strong take to the basket.
Strong is right. Great job there. Gives the pick and then makes a nice little move to the basket. Gets under it and is strong enough to finish that play off. Great job, R.J. Palmer.
Nick Shoemaker called with the foul. That is his first. Palmer's free throw is good. Gets it down to 1. Eibel going to check back in for Shoemaker. SNU's doing a decent job on the defensive end, but right now they're struggling on the offensive end. Only 7 of 19 so far. Trying to get some shots to fall, and I think they're going to have to maybe work through R.J. Palmer in the paint right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Jump shots just not there. Just like last game, struggling to get it in the basket, and they're going to have to find a way to let Palmer get it down low.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to stop Trey Evans immediately, because Trey Evans right now is getting it done. He is unstoppable. 12 points now on 5 of 8 shooting. We had a timeout on the floor, and there's 8 minutes to play in this first half. Southwestern leading 25-22.
Since 1954.
Okay, guys, remember, no hard selling, no high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon, all right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know, these guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Eight minutes to play in the first half. SWOSU holding on to a 25-22 lead over Southern Nazarene. The difference so far, Phil, SNU struggling a little bit to shoot yet again. SWOSU just working through Trey Evans right now, and Southern Nazarene has no answer for him.
Trey Evans just being so quick to get to the basket, just splitting the defense, and they're not having that regular interior defense we usually see. Usually make those shots difficult on most teams that they face. Once players get inside, the rotation is so good, but that's where it hurts not having Noah Starkey. He just, R.J. Palmer's athletic, but Noah Starkey, the ability to rotate over and make shots so difficult is something that they're really missing right now.
2-3 zone right now by SWOSU. Trying to force SNU into jump shots. Chris Stevens with it's going to go to Micah Spate. Trying to go inside. They're going to go to Coleman Edwards for 3. Coleman Edwards knocks a 3 down. They'll count the basket. They're going to get Chris Stevens. No, they're going to get a foul on the floor. Thought they were going to call it on Stevens for a second. Count the basket. The foul is going to go on Eibel after the play. And that's going to be the 7th team foul. So now Chris Stevens goes to the line for 2. You talk about a 5-point swing, the possibility of a 5-point swing right here. And Jonathan Dunn is set to check in. Not sure what we're waiting on here.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to figure something
Okay,
out.
and they're good to go now. It's going to be R.J. Palmer actually at the line for 2.
And as you said, a chance for a 5-point swing, 5-point possession, knock a 3
5-point
down.
play almost. Hey, Adam Bohutch wants to draw up more of those if they can.
Right.
And Fall, I think they corrected the foul. I thought they said Eibel at first. It's actually on Fall, and that's his second. Now Ottoman Bodu is going to check back into the game. So Palmer's first free throw is up, and it is good. R.J. Palmer knocks the first one down. Everybody runs back down, but I seem to forget it is a 1-and-1 here. So Palmer has one more. Everybody was gone, ready to defend. 7:35 to play. Southern Nazarene moves back ahead. They've led by as many as 6 so far today. Palmer's second free throw is up, and it is good. R.J. Palmer up to 5 points here as SNU holds a 27-25 lead in the first half. Trey Evans, he's been the one so far. Nice. They'll go to the corner. Thomas going to drive. Thomas kicks it. Sandifer, long 3. Front iron, no good. Goes over the head of Spate. And then a collision there by SWOSU. Gets it to Zach Johnson, who lays it in. SWOSU had the offensive board, and I think it was Thomas and Eibel just ran into each other.
SNU finally gets a little bit of a break on one of those free balls. We kept seeing him go SWOSU's way after running into each other. Easy points for Zach Johnson.
Trey Evans' shot doesn't fall. Good job by R.J. Palmer battling for that rebound. And it goes to Zach Johnson. Spate going to go to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn in the corner to Johnson. Back to Dunn. They'll move it around, and they'll go to the corner where Chris Stevens is. Back out to Spate. They'll go cross court to Dunn. Dunn going to drive baseline. Knocked away. It'll stay Southern Nazarene basketball. 11 seconds on the shot clock. SNU able to build a lead back out, getting some stops on defense. Can they turn that into offense on the other end? Micah Spate going to get it to R.J. Palmer. Hands it back off to Spate. Three-pointer in the corner. Rattles out. The rebound is going to go all the way down to Eibel. Oh, it was a good look there from Spate. Just couldn't get it to fall. On the other end, Evans with it. Three-pointer in the corner. No good. That was a three from Thomas. On the other end, Zach Johnson with it. Johnson drives, kicks to Spate. Spate off a screen. Spate gonna go all the way around to Dunn. Dunn open for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Agaman Bodu.
Yeah, good look there. Dunn been able to knock those down so far in this one. Already 2 3-pointers. But unfortunately, that one is back ironed.
Evans with it. Going to come off a screen for Sandifer. Actually, he will bypass the screen. Now he'll use it. They'll go to Sandifer. Bad pass. It's going to be taken away by Dunn, but it goes out of bounds just before Dunn can get to it. And it will remain SWOSU basketball. We'll have as a substitution Ashton Charles into the game for Chris Stevens. Also going to see Camden Gibson into the game for SWOSU. Set to inbound will be Marcus Thomas. You also have Luke Llewellyn back into the game. So Trey Evans is going to take a seat. Can SNU take advantage? Trey Evans has 12 of SWOSU's 25 points. They'll get it inside to Thomas in the corner. Thomas goes to Gibson. Gibson going to hand it off to Sandifer. Sandifer has to get it up. He just gets it up. Goes off the back iron, and it's a long rebound. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't even think he was aware until there was about a second on the shot clock that was going down. He just kind of looked, rose up, and was hardly a shot, more of just kind of a throw towards the rim.
Gibson with it. So SWOSU gets a little bit of a break on that long rebound. Llewellyn goes up and draws the foul. What should have been a stop for SNU turned into a long rebound and could turn into points now for the Bulldogs. So Llewellyn to the line.
Again, a tough break for SNU. As you said, long rebound off what was just about nearly a shot clock violation, and then a really tough shot that just kind of bounced off the rim forever, allowing SWOSU to get the rebound and then draw a foul.
Trey Evans back into the game. Short break there for Evans. They probably know. They probably saw those possessions and know they need Evans for his scoring prowess. Second free throw is good, and SNU lead cut down to 3. As Micah Spate will bring it forward here for the Crimson Storm. Spate so far, only 2 points, 0 of 2 shooting. Need to get him going. As Dunn thought about the long three, will go to Johnson instead. Spate now at the wing. 2-3 zone still here. And they're going to get a double dribble. I missed what happened there.
I don't know if he got his second hand on the ball. He definitely was dribbling that whole time, so I don't know if he put a second hand on that ball. And
I didn't catch it, but a double dribble nonetheless, and a turnover for Spate, his second. Evans with it. Evans off a screen. Johnson there with him. They'll hand it off to Sandifer. Sandifer gets double team momentarily. I'll get it over to Gibson with Spate defending. Gibson going to come off a screen. Goes over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn going to drive. Dumps it off. Nice pass to Bodu. He can't get it to fall, but he gets his own board, and he gets blocked by R.J. Palmer, excuse me. Johnson gets bumped, but SNU will maintain possession. Jonathan Dunn off a screen. Kicks it in the corner to Johnson. Will go to Micah Spate. Spate back to Johnson. Over to Jonathan Dunn, and SNU will reset. Back to man here by SWOSU. Dunn going to go inside to Palmer, and it's taken away by Sandifer. Nice play there by Sandifer. Sandifer going coast to coast, draws the foul on Dunn, and he will go to the line for 2. And just when you think SNU is about to maybe get on a run, just something gets it, just a screeching halt.
Absolutely, and I was just about to say that, you know, it kind of feels like that tipping point where SNU could break this thing open, but they just have been unable to capitalize on those opportunities, and still only up by 2. Could be back within one when it feels like SNU kind of had all the momentum there and an opportunity to break this thing open.
Chris Stevens and Brady Mulkey back into the game. One more free throw coming up here for Jamar Sandifer. Second free throw is up, and it is good, and it's back to a 1-point game. Interesting first half we have seen thus far. Micah Spate going to bring it forward. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Jonathan Dunn with it, back to Micah Spate. Going to go to Chris Stevens. Stevens inside to Ashton Charles. Charles goes up strong in the paint and gets the lay in the fall. Nice strong move there by Ashton Charles.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job by Charles there, fighting his way down low and getting himself a good look in front of the basket.
Trey Evans trying to make a move. Good defense there by Micah Spate. Evans trying to go again, goes inside the fall. Fall, good defense. He's trapped, and he's in the key for 3 seconds. That's another turnover. Good defense by SNU. 3:29 to play in the first half. We will take a break. SNU leads 31-28.
Hey guys, remember, no hard selling, no high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon. All right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know, these guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Okay, guys, remember, no hard selling, no high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon. All right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know, these guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Well, 3:29 to play in the first half. Southern Nazarene clinging to a 31-28 lead. You know, we expected Southern Nazarene, you know, you get a little hit in the mouth a little bit, and, you know, you're missing one of your top players. SWOSU doing a good job, hanging tough here.
Absolutely. SWOSU coming out strong, throwing kind of the punches at SNU, and really been an aggressor. You see Trey Evans just be a monster on the court and really assert himself in this contest, be a big reason why SWOSU's within 3 of the Crimson Storm.
Micah Spate going to bring it forward. SNU 3:25 to play in this half. Clinging to that 3-point lead. Have struggled a little bit from the perimeter again, but a little bit better at the same time. 4 of 14 right now from behind the arc. Chris Stevens going to go to Jonathan Dunn in the corner. Dunn going to go out to Micah Spate. Spate going to get around to Chris Stevens. Three-pointer from Stevens is good. Chris Stevens takes a look over at the SWOSU crowd after he knocks it down, and the lead's out to 6. Chris Stevens has been the hot hand, it seems like, for a while from behind the arc. As they're going to go to Sandifer in the corner. Charles defending. Sandifer going to kick it to Thomas. Gibson drives. Fall's going to take a long mid-range, no good. Good defense there by Charles. Here we go. We feel it tipping. Can SNU make it happen? They're going to go inside to Mulkey. Mulkey stuck. They'll get it back out to Stevens. Stevens drives momentarily and loses it. But Spade, a good job getting it back. It's to Jonathan Dunn. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. They'll go to Stevens, open for 3. It is good. Chris Stevens gets the lead out to 9.
As you said, Chris Stevens, the hot hand, 3 for 3 here from behind the arc here in the first half.
Fall gets double teamed. They'll go in the corner. Good close there by Dunn. 3-pointer. Wow, what an answer. A tough shot by Marcus Thomas, and he gets it to Fall. It was actually only a 2-pointer, according at least to the scoreboard. They do call it a 2. That was a tough shot.
Yeah, that's one they might look at, see, check the monitors on, because we're across court. It certainly looked like beyond the arc here. Either way, very difficult shot.
Brady Mulkey gets it down in the paint. Nice feed from Jonathan Dunn to lead out to 9. SNU on a little bit of a run here. 10-2 run for the Crimson Storm in the last 2:25. Evans smartly slowing it down a little bit for SWOSU. Dunn goes for the steal. Thomas will take a long shot. Way off. Here comes SNU. Micah Spade up to Jonathan Dunn. He pump fakes the three. Dunn going to come off a screen from Mulkey. Gets the double team out to Spade. Spade off a screen. Spade inside to Mulkey. Gets his man in the air, and he travels.
Yeah, I think he hesitated a little bit. He got his man up in the air and then shuffled his feet right after that. All you got to do once his man's straight up in the air is you just got to go straight up. But he kind of caught himself in between and turns the ball over with an easy opportunity to push this thing out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, had the easy layup there, but unfortunately just shuffled his feet. You could see it from here how he kind of moved his feet under the basket. 1 minute to play. Southern Nazarene has a 9-point lead. They've built it here in these last 3 minutes. Evans going to drive to the basket and draws the foul. Just so much speed from Trey Evans.
Again, just splitting the defense, getting right down low, and there's all SNU could do there to prevent him from an easy two was to foul him and make him earn it at the line.
Evans has not shot a free throw yet today. Actually, only the 7th free throw for SWOSU, so a couple coming up here for Evans. Evans, a junior out of Edmond, as he misses on the first. Transferred from Fordham College. As Stevens back into the game for Zach Johnson. Stevens, 9 points in this game. Go along with Jonathan Dunn, who has 10. Second free throw is up and good for Evans. So the lead cut down to 8 here for Southern Nazarene. Looking to close this half out strong. You got to think maybe they can get a 2-for-1 here. Try to increase that 8-point lead without letting SWOSU get any closer. As Spate's going to have it come off a screen from Palmer. Palmer going to set another screen, dives to the basket. They'll go out to Stevens. Stevens going to go baseline. Stevens back out to Spate. Spate three-pointer. It rolls out. That is the second time for Micah Spate, and he has had a good look, and it just rolled out on him. Both good looks, good shots. He just can't get it to fall.
Yeah, as you said, can't quite get it to fall. Just 2 points, but 6 assists still for Micah Spate. That's one thing you got to say about Micah Spate is even when he's not putting points on the board, he finds other ways to contribute to the game regularly, and that's exactly what he's doing in this one.
Only a 2-point difference between the shot and the game clock, so Evans is just going to hold for what he will believe will be the final shot. Micah Spate defending. Evans going to go out in the corner. Three-pointer. They're going to get a foul on Dunn. Thomas gets his elbow hit. Dunn shocked by it. And I can understand why. It looked like it was a good closeout, but they said he got him on the wrist.
Yeah, and that's absolutely a momentum changer right there. 8 seconds left in the half. You're up 8, moving forward, and all of a sudden SWOSU an opportunity to cut this to 5, closing out the half.
Unbelievable call there. So Gibson into the game, Idle into the game, Llewellyn into the game. SNU will have a chance with 8 seconds to get the final shot. Misses the back half of the 3 shots. Dunn with it, 2 seconds. Dunn steps back, puts it up at the buzzer. It's off, and that'll end the half. Southern Nazarene closes it strong, but those big threes at the end, that big 3 free throws will make it a 39-33 game going into the break. We'll take a quick break. We'll have the halftime report coming up, give you some halftime numbers, and get you ready for the second half. Again, your halftime score, Southern Nazarene 39, SWOSU 33.
When a customer is on the fence about buying a car, we should
Give him a hug.
No. Next.
Hand hug? Full frontal?
No way. Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade this?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Halftime report starting out here. Southern Nazarene leading Southwestern Oklahoma State 39-33 at the break. Phil, it's been an interesting first half. James Hill, Phil Youns here on the call. Interesting first half so far, Phil. Southern Nazarene, SWOSU, we want to give them credit. SWOSU, 33 points in the first half. Shot pretty well for the most part in the first half. They've had some lucky bounces. We referred to a missed dunk that somehow turned into a three-point basket for SWOSU, but they've gotten it done, and they've really taken advantage of Southern Nazarene missing their big man, Noah Starkey.
Absolutely, yeah. It hurts whenever you have a player like Noah Starkey out, both ends of the court, but especially the defensive end of the court. Trey Evans an incredible player, and he's done a great job of breaking down this SNU defense and getting to the cup. And being able to do that, not having Noah Starkey has made that hard. Noah Starkey's such an intelligent defender, not necessarily the most athletic, but so smart at knowing when to get over and to really when he can make his presence felt on the defensive end. So not having him has made it hard to contain Trey Evans and allowed for him to get some really easy looks as well as some free throws there towards the end of the half.
He is the reigning GAC Defensive Player of the Year for a reason, and he's missed so far. But Southern Nazarene does find a way. They really pick it up late in that first half and finally get some shots to fall. We're really hovering around that 35% margin. They get it up to 45%, thanks in part to a pair of three-pointers from Chris Stevens, who has 9 points so far in the first half. Chris is interesting because he's not a guy who shoots a lot, but he's efficient when he does shoot.
Absolutely. Chris Stevens, he's just one of those guys. He's kind of what they refer to sometimes as the 3-and-D type of guy. Great defender, and then just the ability to knock down shots on the other end. And we are really seeing that from Chris Stevens as of late, just holding that hot hand. As you said, efficient, 3 of 3 for 9 points. And 2 of those threes back-to-back for SNU, really what sparked SNU out to this lead that they have going into the half.
Yeah, when you talk about Stevens, coming into this game, he was shooting 51% on the season, and he is shooting 65% from behind the arc. And I'm no math whiz, but now he's 14 of 20 from behind the arc. That's only going up.
That is absolutely insane. As you said, just knows how to pick his spots. If there ever was an efficient player, that would have to be Chris Stevens.
70% from behind the arc. That's about as efficient as you can get from the three-point line.
Most players would be pretty happy with that from the free throw line. Chris Stevens out here putting up 70% from beyond the arc. Absolutely incredible.
Quick numbers from the first half. Jonathan Dunn leads the way with 10 points. Chris Stevens adds 9 points. Dunn, 4 of 8 shooting. Stevens, 3 for 3. RJ Palmer with 5 points as well, leading the way, along with Zach Johnson and Ashton Charles with 3 boards. Jonathan Dunn has 2 steals. Micah Spate struggling from the field. He's 0 of 3, but he does have 6 assists in this game. He just continues to be such a brilliant passer and really runs this offense. He's doing a nice job with his 6 assists. As we said, 45% shooting for SNU, 6 of 18 from behind the arc, 7 of 7 at the free throw line. SWOSU actually holding a 2016 advantage on the rebounds. SNU a 9-5 advantage in assists and a 4-3 advantage for SWOSU in steals. SWOSU is led by Trey Evans with 13 points. They also got Jamar Sandifer with 7 points. Lawallen, Agimembodu, and Thomas each with 4. And then Eibel with 3. 11 of 31 for the field, 36% for SWOSU. 4 of 12 from behind the arc, 33%. And 7 of 11 at the free throw line, 64%. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the second half between Southern Nazarene and SWOSU. We will be right back. Second half action coming your way shortly. Time here in Weatherford, 39-33 your score. Southern Nazarene leading Southwestern Oklahoma State, getting close to the start of the second half. James Hill on the call here with Phil Younson. Phil, what are some things you want to see from Southern Nazarene as we get ready for the second half? What are some adjustments you want to see from their end?
Southern Nazarene, one of the main things that you've just got to be able to do is obviously you got to slow down Trey Evans. Incredible player. It's easier said than done. But being able to contain that interior part of the paint is going to be so big for SNU. They started out that first half doing a great job of defending without fouling, but by the end of the half, SWASU had 11 free throws, but it was a long time before they even got that first one up in that first half. So if you're SNU, you kind of want to get back to playing as they did in the beginning of that without fouling. And other than that, you like what they've been doing on the offensive end, putting up 39 points while shooting 45%. And, sometimes their shots just aren't falling, and that's the way it's going to be on the road. But just continuing to run the offense as is will allow you, and those shots will eventually fall. So you just hope to see them continue to get some of those looks that they've been doing, and they will start to fall. Logan Hicks really struggling, as well as Micah Spate as far as shooting the ball. But they've gotten some really nice looks, and those are the opportunities that will eventually fall for you if you continue to get those kind of looks.
I agree, and we'll see what SNU can do, see if they can keep getting Jonathan Dunn going. Obviously, Chris Stevens had such a big half as well, and then you're hoping maybe you can get Micah Spate's doing a great job as far as passing, and he will continue to do so. We're not really surprised by that part, but you're hoping Micah can also get a little involved with the offense. He's taking good shots, and he's had two that are halfway down and just don't want to go in, and so hopefully he can figure that out here in the second half as we're about set to go. Both teams are in their huddles, about to break out. I believe we will have the same starting five on each side. We'll double check that here in a minute. Full slate of GAC games here today, all around the conference. You got Ouachita at Southern Arc. You have this game. You have Harding at Henderson State, Northwestern at Southeastern, and Arkansas Tech at Monticello. See if there's any movement today after GAC play is done for this afternoon. And it does look like it is the same starting five. A 39-33 game. It was, I believe at half we had 39-33. I thought it was 39-32 for a minute. Going a little crazy here in Weatherford, but that's all right. SWASU set to inbound. It's Thomas, Agaman Badu, Ball, Sandifer, and Evans. Same five for Southwestern. And then Palmer, Stevens, Johnson, Dunn, and Spate for the Crimson Storm. Sandifer with it. It's going to come off a screen from Fall. And we're going to try to go inside to Fall. RJ Palmer right there. He's going to get an elbow to the face. Offensive foul. And it's going the other way for SNU. And for Fall, that is his third. So he might be taking a seat pretty quickly. We'll see. Pretty easy call there. Just went a little high with the elbow. RJ Palmer. We talk about how much SNU is struggling without Noah, but RJ Palmer is doing a very nice job.
Absolutely. RJ Palmer is doing a great job of playing within himself, as we've seen. That's what I think is good for the Storm is RJ Palmer's not trying to be Noah Starkey. He's still being himself, and that's so important for him not to try to play as someone else.
Dunn with it. Dunn top of the arc. Dunn drives. Kicks it to Palmer. Palmer going to take a rare three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Evans dangerous there. Almost touched it on the way down. He luckily avoids that, and SWASU back on the other end. Sandifer with it. Sandifer defended by Dunn. He's going to come off a screen from Fall. They'll go inside to Fall. He'll get a double team, loses it, and it will stay SWASU basketball. Nice help defense there by both Stevens and Spate, who crashed down on Fall. And SWASU set to inbound. It'll be Thomas with it. Thomas. They're going to hand it off to Evans. Reverse layup is good, and Trey Evans doing more of what he did in the first half. He is now up to 15 points. And just have not had an answer for Evans this afternoon. Jonathan Dunn with it. Zach Johnson top of the arc. Evans right now leading all scorers. Dunn going to take the handoff. Dunn going to take his first shot the second half. A three-pointer, no good. Stevens with the rebound, gets it to Micah Spate. Out to Zach Johnson. Johnson back to Dunn. They'll go to Spate. Spate in the corner for three. It's good. There he is, Micah Spate. knocks it down from deep, and SNU gets the lead out to 7.
Just as we were saying, Micah Spate struggling a little bit, but you know those shots are going to fall eventually from Micah Spate, and right out of the gate, knocking down, getting his first field goal of the game.
Evans, nice little hedge there by R.J. Palmer. Thomas going to drive baseline. Palmer almost knocks it away. Adaman Badu somehow comes away with it, and he will go to the line for 2 on the foul by Chris Stevens. Stevens, hand already in the air after the foul. That was a great job by Palmer to get a piece of Thomas's pass. Adaman Badu, though, came out of nowhere and took it. And now is at the line for 2. First one is up and knocks it down. One more free throw coming up from Adaman Badu. That one rattles home. And SNU lead back down to 5. Just 2 minutes here into the second half. Southern Nazarene leading 42-37. Micah Spate going to hand it off to Jonathan Dunn. So Stevens, a little bit of weave here. They'll go to Jonathan Dunn at the wing. Dunn, a couple jab steps, now drives. They'll kick it back out to Stevens, who will go to Micah Spate. Spade in the corner to Johnson. Johnson will drive baseline, go out to Chris Stevens in the corner for 3. Tried to use the backboard there, no good. And fall with the rebound. SWOSU coming back down. Oh, Trey Evans, a nice little move there. Oh, a huge block by Chris Stevens. Oh, my goodness.
What a rejection. Chris Stevens coming over to help out and just sends the ball flying the other way.
That's a way to get some help defense right there in the paint.
Chris Stevens getting it done on both ends tonight.
They're going to go deep to Fall on the baseline inbounds. Fall looking to drive. And he gets it taken away by Micah Spate. What a play there by Spate. Spate going to go coast to coast. Should get a foul and does. And he will go to the line for 2. I was just fixing to say, Fall, one of the forwards on this team is handling the ball. That's usually not a good sign. And Micah Spate just came out of nowhere and ripped him.
Micah Spate's so good at doing that. Just all over the court, it seems, at all times. And just has those quick hands. Seems like multiple times every single game he's able to just catch someone off guard and just swipe it right out of nowhere, and that's exactly what he does.
First free throw from Spate is good. Spate up to 4 points already, all coming here in the second half. We mentioned, actually I take that back, up to 6 points already. He had 2 in the first half. Micah also with 6 assists so far today. Knocked down a 3-pointer earlier in the half. And he knocks the second one down, and SNU's lead back out to 7, 44-37. Trey Evans with it. Evans going to set his offense up. Probably going to look for a screen, I imagine. No, they're going to get a screen off the ball, and it's a turnover looking for Thomas. Micah Spate was excited about that one, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We feel it kind of shifting again. Will it actually go in favor of Southern Nazarene? Can they build more of a lead here? 17-12 to play. Southern Nazarene 44, Southwestern 37. Back here, Southern Nazarene, number 5 team in the country, leading Southwestern Oklahoma State 44-37. James Hill will fill the ounce. And Phil, good start to the second half for SNU, getting a couple turnovers here early on. They're going to come out with the ball, and they feel a little momentum coming from that bench. Can they get, SNU's usually good with the exception of Thursday for a big run in the second half that kind of puts this game away. And they'd like to do it here early in the second half.
Absolutely. This game, as you said, just kind of feels like it's on that edge of kind of breaking through. Can the Storm do that? Up 7, one big run, all of a sudden that could take all the wind out of SWOSU in this one.
No Noah Starkey in this game. Obviously, Quaylen Newton's been out all season long, so 2 big men missing for Southern Nazarene. Chris Stevens at the baseline. They're going to go across court to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn off a screen from Palmer. Will go out. They're going to move it around to Micah Spate. 3-pointer. It's good. Micah Spate.
Micah Spate again. He has come out of the half on a mission, already 8 points.
8 points in the half for Spate. 10-point lead for SNU, their largest of the game. Evans going to try to answer with a long 2-pointer. Just lofts it over Stevens, and it goes in. Just got it over Stevens there, and the high arcing rainbow shot gets it back down to 8. Spate with it. Spate to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn goes to Zach Johnson, top of the arc. Johnson goes to Jonathan Dunn. Jonathan Dunn, nice pump fake, and they call it travel.
I don't know where that one was. At the pump fake, took the step towards the basket, and
I have no idea where the traveling was there. I honestly have no earthly idea where the traveling violation was, but it does not matter. It is SWOSU's basketball. And with 16 minutes to play, there will be a foul on the floor. It's going to go on Palmer, only his second. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. 16 minutes to play. Southern Nazarene 47, Southwestern 39.
Okay, guys, remember, no hard selling, no high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon, all right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. These guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Okay.
I'm back a little early. Southern Nazarene leading Southwestern Oklahoma State 47-39. SNU 2 of 5 from the field in the second half. All 5 shots have been 3-pointers, and all the makes have been from Micah Spate. You like that from Micah, but you got to think if you're Southern Nazarene, you're going to have to start probably working it into the paint again.
Absolutely, yeah. We were saying some of those shots are going to have to fall eventually, and they started to fall. But obviously just the exact same way, sometimes you're going to start missing those shots, and you got to be able to work the ball inside. And, of course, that hurts without having Noah Starkey. But you've got playmakers, shot creators on this team, and players like Jonathan Dunn who have the ability to get to the rim sometimes it seems like at will, and he has the opportunity to do that in this one and really take over.
We've seen in both of these games that the traveling violation, especially on the pump fakes, have been, both in the men's and women's game, they have been very strict on that. Southern Nazarene's going to have to adjust. I think probably 3 of their 8 turnovers have been because of that call, so they're going to have to adjust the referee's call whether you agree with it or not. And I just got hit for it just a moment ago. And set to inbound will be Sandifer. He'll get it into Evans. Evans, 17 points in this contest for SWOSU. The excellent scorer. SNU has not been able to slow him down. Splits 2 defenders there. Goes up, and he's blocked again. Second time, Chris Stevens has blocked him. And back the other way comes Micah Spate. He'll go to Dunn. Dunn lays it up and goes a little too hard off the glass. Back the other way in comes SWOSU. Llewellyn going to get it. Gets it back to Evans, who lays it in. And the lead down to 6. Oh, a great opportunity for SNU. Just couldn't finish at the bucket.
Again, as we talked about, this game just had that feel of being able to be broken open by SNU, and they've been unable to capitalize every time they've been given the opportunity, and it's within 6 right now.
Dunn with it. Dunn going to drive baseline, crosses over, gets his man in the air, goes up, uses the backboard, and it just rims out. Unbelievable.
I don't know how that one didn't go down off the backboard and then off every part of the rim and bounces out.
And then Dunn's going to come away with the steal. Jonathan Dunn on the run. Jonathan Dunn going to go up, and he'll draw the foul. Dunn going to go flying to the back part. His entire team up there to help him up, but Dunn with the steal is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. And we're going to see some substitutions. Logan Hicks and Ashton Charles set to check in here in just a moment. Dunn, maybe you can see a little frustration here. But he's going to get 2 free throws to try to extend this lead back out to 8. First one is up and good. Dunn up to 11 in this game. So Charles, Brady Mulkey also into the game, and Logan Hicks. And then you got Gibson, Ebel, and Fall, as well as Agamembodu into the game. So almost a new lineup for SWOSU. One more free throw here for Dunn. It's up and rattles out. Fall with the rebound. Rim is just not being kind for SNU here today. Gibson with it. Gibson with Spate defending. I'll get it out to Agamembodu. Agamembodu gets it over to Thomas. Thomas off a screen. They'll go to Fall, and they'll work it around to Gibson. Good defense here by SNU so far. They're going to go inside to Fall. Fall's double team. Go cross court to Thomas. Thomas a three-pointer with Dunn all over him, and Fall almost gets the rebound, but it comes down to Micah Spate. And we got a technical foul. And we got 2 technical fouls. I believe Thomas is gone. That is it. Thomas just got kicked out of this game. And Thomas frustrated. I think he wanted a foul call on the other end. Said something, got 1 technical, and then got a second technical. And at the end of the day, you got to keep your cool. I understand it. He might have had a valid argument even, but you got to keep your cool.
Absolutely, yeah. I know Dunn closed out hard on that three-point attempt on the other side, so he was frustrated off of that. But at the same time, you've got to keep your cool, especially after they give you 1 technical foul. You got to just brush it off and move on, but he did not do that, and he will be out of this game.
SNU's going to get 4 free throws because of it and the ball back. And Micah Spate's going to go to the line for all of those free throws. So Thomas is going to have to leave the floor. And he's kind of high-fiving his teammates and heading out. And that's a big loss. Thomas came in right now. He was at 4 points, was struggling a little bit shooting, but one of the starters on this team was doing a good job on the defensive end. And now he's out of this game as the first free throw is good from Spate. 1 of 4 coming up. Second free throw, good. Spate's now up to 12 points, 10 of them in the second half, with still 2 more free throws to go. When you're talking about the turning point, this might be it right here.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, you'll take it however you can get. You know, kind of not necessarily SNU's doing, but more of SWOSU's undoing in this one. But SNU an opportunity with all 4 free throws going their way. Now opportunity to take the ball and turn this into a very big possession.
Micah knocks down all 4. He's up to 13 points. Just calm and cool at the free throw line. Knocks them all down. And he's going to take the inbound pass with Gibson defending. 52-41, largest lead of the game for SNU at 11 points. He's going to go to Dunn in the corner. Dunn going to pull up, baseline, front iron, no good. Dunn just can't get anything to fall. And then Mulkey's going to get hit with a foul as he runs over Fall. And so it'll stay SWOSU basketball. Dunn struggling a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, Dunn started off this game so strong, knocking down shots, having 8 early points in this one, but just 3 since the early parts of this one, just can't quite buy a bucket.
They're going to go to Sandifer off the pick and roll. He can't get it to fall. Rebound, though, by Eibel. They'll go back out to Evans. And another chance here for SWOSU. Evans, couple pump fakes. And a 5-second. He just stood there with the basketball. Micah Spate trying to get the ball back. Evans just frustrated, and, I mean, he just can't stand there with the ball.
Yep, you cannot just stand there if you are closely guarded as he was there, and he just kind of lost track of the time.
And Spate tried to go up and take the ball from him just to frustrate him more. And Spate's going to get it at the wing. Spate off a screen goes to Charles in the corner for 3, way off. And the rebound's going to go off of Mulkey and out of bounds. Good look there by Charles, just way too long there. And again, SNU having a chance to extend this lead, and they just can't get a bucket to fall. They're 2 of 9 right now in the second half.
Yeah, just 2 of 9, shooting 22%. Luckily, they got the 7 of 8 free throw shooting to go with them, kind of helping them along that, because that's about the only good thing they've got right now.
And before that shot, I'm not sure what just happened. Sandifer knocked down a 3, but the referee blew it dead, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that doesn't look. They didn't call a foul.
And so Evans going to take, I don't know what happened, but for SNU, that's a good break for them because That would have been a three-pointer for Sandifer. Instead, Evans has it. Evans going to drive baseline. They'll go to Gibson, down the fall, back to Evans, in the corner, open for three. Back iron, no good. It works out for SNU. Dunn gets the rebound. Dunn up to Spate. Spate back to Dunn. Dunn pump fakes. Evans defending. He's going to kick it to Charles. Charles going to try another three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. He has three students literally on the blue part of the out of bounds in his face. Nonetheless, Dunn going to pull down another rebound off a missed three. Dunn, good moves there on Gibson. Dunn's going to travel. And SNU just been stuck at 11. And so coming into the game will be Zach Johnson in for Jonathan Dunn. 48-41. And so SWOSU getting a couple breaks here. They're not hitting shots on there. Really, I shouldn't say that. Neither team really hitting shots right now. It's been an 11-point game, it feels like, for a little while. Both teams have been scoreless for 3 minutes now. Evans going to go up, gets it to Adabou Badu, and he lays it in and the foul. And back come the Bulldogs.
First points we've seen now for either team since those 4 technical free throws from Micah Spate, and SNU unable to capitalize on opportunities.
That's what I was going to say. SNU missed out on a big opportunity to really add to this lead and really having all the momentum. And now this three-point play, which is going to be missed. It's only a bucket there. They still lead by 9, but SNU's had their chance to extend this lead, but they're struggling again from the field. Definitely concerning if you're a Crimson Storm fan. Spate going to come off the screen. He's going to take a long three, rolls out, and the rebound comes down to Eibel.
Multiple times now, Micah Spate can't get the ball to fall. Great
Evans,
shot.
Three-pointer, no good. Johnson with the rebound gets run over, but it'll go to SNU. The foul is going to be on Agaman Bodu. I believe that's going to be his third. It will be his third. Next, it'll be free throws from here on out on any foul for Southern Nazarene. That could be big in this game because SNU, as much as they're struggling to shoot, may need to work on getting to the free throw line. I got to say, they're 2 of 11. 8 of those shots have been behind the arc. Now, they are 2 for 8. But they may need to look to get inside. Actually, Spate's going to take a three, and he knocks it down. Never mind. Micah Spate for 3. And all of a sudden, Spate has 17 points.
Spate on fire coming out of the break. 15 points there in the half.
And they're going to get I thought it was going to be a push-off for a moment, but it's going to be a blocking foul on Zach Johnson. I think Johnson also thought he had a push-off there, but instead it'll be on the floor, and we'll take a timeout. Adam Bohach saying it was a push-off as well, but nonetheless, it'll be SWOSU ball coming out. 11:36 to play in the second half. SNU leads 55-43. $11:36 to play in this contest. Southern Nazarene 55, Southwestern 43. SNU has scored 16 points in the second half, but there's a pretty common theme of those 16 points, Phil.
Yeah, Micah Spate with 15 of those 16 points.
3 three-pointers as well.
Micah Spate really carrying SNU right now. Without him, this would be a very, very tight game. Mike Spate obviously struggled at least shooting a little bit in the first half, but he has come out on fire in the second half and is doing everything he can to push SNU further out in front in this game.
So So it'll be SWOSU ball coming out. Sandiford inbound to Evans, and Trey Evans is going to hand it back off to Sandiford, and we're back in play with SWOSU with the basketball. Looking for Evans. Johnson went for the steal. They're going to go in the corner to Eibel for three. Front iron, no good. And the rebound with Zach Johnson. He'll hand it off to Micah Spate. Spate has been excellent today. He has 17 points. He's only taken 7 shots. How about that? And they'll get it over to Zach Johnson. Johnson to Spate. Spate pump fakes the three, goes to his left, takes another three. It's good! Micah Spate! He looks over to the sideline and says, talk now.
He is lighting this place on fire right now, Micah Spate.
Sandiford on the other end with a little floater. Lead still 13 for SNU. Micah Spate looking to run, goes to Logan Hicks. Hicks will go to Zach Johnson. Johnson back to Hicks. Hicks thinking about the three. Now will take the three, and he misses. Rebound to Llewellyn. If you're Logan, you just want him to take that and not even think about it. As Sandiford going the other way, gets a foul call and the basket. Not sure where the contact was, but nonetheless, it'll be a 3-point play for Sandiford, who's starting to take this game over. So one more free throw here for Jamar Sandiford, up to 11 points now.
Yeah, they got Micah Spate on the block. I'm not sure where he was in that play.
It even was a foul. I don't know how it was on the floor. That was the part I think even surprised me more. They called a continuation. Sandiford trying to complete the 3-point play, get it down to a 10-point game after just being down 15, and he does. So Micah Spate going to bring it forward. SNU leading 58-48.
Again, SNU just can't quite break through and bust this game open. SWOSU continues to hang around.
Ashton Charles going to drive. They'll get it to Micah Spate. Spate double teamed and fouled. And Spate's going to go to the line for 2 as they're going to get the foul on Llewellyn. And it's free throws for SNU, so Spate's going to the line for a 1-and-1. That's big at this point for Southern Nazarene. Only 4 of 14 from the field, but they're 14 of 15 at the free throw line.
Yeah, as a team shooting 93% from the line, 8 of 8 for Micah Spate.
First free throw from Spate is good. Worried about an announcer's jinx on that one, but he knocks it down nonetheless. He's up to 21 points in this game. Micah Spate has completely taken over this game. One more free throw for Spate. Front iron, can't get it to fall. There was the jinx right there. Still 9 of 10, though, as Evans going to bring it back down. Evans looking to run. Good job by Palmer to help. And Evans looking to drive, kicks it back out to Llewellyn. Llewellyn almost gets it stripped there. Now Llewellyn going to drive, and it's going to be a blocking foul. R.J. Palmer will completely set there, and they call a block, and it'll be 2 free throws for Llewellyn.
Yeah, that looked like absolutely R.J. Palmer had the position there. I don't know if he caught himself in the restricted area or what, but they're going to get him on the block.
First free throw is good for Llewellyn, and I mean we don't want to criticize the officiating. It is what it is, and I mean a charge block call is about as tough as it gets to make, but I looked about as clear of a charge as I've ever seen. Llewellyn's second free throw is good, and it's a 9-point game yet again. SWOSU just hangs around with 10 minutes to play. Micah Spate going to bring it forward. Spate gets it over half court. We'll get it to Ashton Charles. Charles to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn going to go to Spate, and he's going to get fouled by Gibson. Gibson looked like he maybe got caught between maybe going for the steal or hanging back, and then kind of just got Spate tripped up.
Yeah, just as you said, caught in between, and again, those fouls are starting to add up really for both teams.
Spate on the line, a 1-and-1 again. First free throw, no good. Suddenly, Spate's missed back-to-back free throws. Rarely does he do that. Sandiford on the other end, mid-range jumper, knocks it down. And after leading by 15, this game is now down to 7.
SWOSU refuses to go away in this one, and SNU just has been unable to go on that run we've seen so often to put this one away.
Dunn gonna drive, goes up, can't get the layup to fall. Stevens tried to put it back in, saved by Dunn. and they're going to call him out of bounds. Maybe a little bit of a good thing there, because otherwise it would have been a 2-on-1 for SWOSU.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as you're saying, that kind of was a break for SNU that Dunn was out of bounds instead of saving that, because SWOSU was about to get out on the run and have some really great numbers.
It's a 9-1 run right now for SWOSU. Southern Nazarene remains ice cold from the field. And now they're starting to struggle, as we said, not struggle from the free throw line, I don't want to say it that way, but they've missed their last two when they've had chance to extend the leads. And SWOSU just gaining some momentum again as Evans going to come off a screen. Now Stevens defending. SNU likes that matchup. Stevens all over Evans. Good defense. Llewellyn now going to try to go inside, and it's taken away. I believe it was Mulkey who got a piece of it there. Spate coming back the other way. Spate, a beautiful crossover. Goes up with the short runner. No good. The rebound by Charles can't go in. I don't know if there's a lid on the basket or what. Nothing will go down for Southern Nazarene.
And they continue. A great job there by Charles being there to get the tip in, but it wouldn't fall either.
Now we're going to get a foul on the drive by Spate. And that's going to be free throws for Trey Evans. And boy, it is getting SNU got to find a way to stop this run. As Evans is now at the line, SNU led by 15 with 11:08 to play. We're now at 8:42, and SWOSU can get this down to 5 now. First free throw is good. We're going to see Coleman Edwards and Zach Johnson into the game, and the hot hand, Micah Spate, actually going to take a seat. So somebody, now anybody, considering Micah has 19 of SNU's 20 points so far in the second half, somebody is going to have to step up here. And the question is, who will it be? Because it is a 5-point game.
Trey Evans now alongside with Micah Spate with game highs, each with 21 points. But as you said, Micah Spate now on the bench.
I'll say this for both sides. We are getting very touchy on the calls, and that really eliminates any sort of flow to a basketball game. You really hate to see the officials kind of take control of a game like this where every single touch is turning into a foul. There's a little bit of jawing between both sides right now. Officials are breaking it up, and Coach Bohach having a conversation with one of the officials, but you just gotta you gotta swallow the whistle after a little bit and let some play happen. There's gonna be some bumps. There's gonna be, and I'm saying this for both sides. There's gonna be some stuff every now and then. But now we're in the game as Johnson knocks the first free throw down. We're at a point in the game where there's 8:33 remaining. Every single foul is going to be a free throw from here on out.
Yep, absolutely. Just as you said, and you've got SWOSU now is going to be in the double bonus, and one more foul will put SNU in the double bonus as well. So fouls certainly racking up for both teams, and we could have a very slow final 8.5 minutes to go in this one.
I mean, we got snow coming. We need to get home. Trey Evans coming down here for SWOSU. Evans going to call for screen. Now he's got Stevens on him. Blows by Stevens. Goes inside to Fall. Fall loses it on the ground. Now they're going to get to Evans wide open for three. It's good.
Another just play that just kind of falls SWOSU's way. Ball starts rolling everywhere. Bodies on the floor. Next thing you know, you got Trey Evans wide open on the wing.
Johnson with it. No respect for Johnson's shot. Johnson's now going to drive, put it up, can't get it to fall, and they're going to get a foul on Brady Mulkey. And folks, we got a game, 7:52 to play. Southern Nazarene leads SWOSU 61-57. So 61-57 the score. We've got a ball game. SNU led by as many as 15. It's been a 14-3 run for SWOSU in the last 3:16. They have a lot of confidence right now, and they're at the free throw line looking to cut this deficit down to 2. As Fall is at the line, he's 0 for 4 today from the field. This is his first set of free throws, though. He does have 8 rebounds in this game. And this will be a 1-and-1. First free throw's up, and it is good. And now it comes to the point on SNU's side. Who can do what here? Second free throw from Fall is good, and it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Bohotch, how long can you go with Micah Spate sitting over there on the bench being the only scorer for SNU here in the second half?
Well, we say that. Oh, my God, Jonathan Dunn!
Oh, he turns around and has a few words there for Sandifer after throwing that down. What a monster jam, Jonathan Dunn.
Wow, Evans on the other end gets the lay-in. Jonathan Dunn and Sandifer jawing back and forth. Looks friendly, I guess, if anything. Dunn gonna take it. Dunn puts up a three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Palmer tries to get the rebound, goes down. Evans gets it. Sandifer on the other end, puts it up, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, all of a sudden, just like that, SWOSU an opportunity to tie this game. You know, thought maybe that Dunn throwdown would be a momentum shifter, but SWOSU did a great job going straight back the other way and finishing on the other end. And all of a sudden now, after being down as many as 15, SWOSU a chance to tie it up.
Sandifer at the line, 4 of 5 from the line today, and he rolls the first one home. Charles into the game, as well as Micah Spate. He kind of thought that too, but then Trey Evans just stayed calm, went down the other end, and got a tough runner to go down, and just calmed everything down a little bit. He has 26 now. Micah Spade, as we said, back into the game, and we are tied. And you can hear the crowd behind us. They are fired up right now. They know the opportunity at hand. We didn't really feel this atmosphere in Durant. It was kind of weird, but you're feeling it here in Weatherford today. Palmer with it. Palmer hands it off to Dunn. Dunn gonna drive, pulls back, goes to Johnson. They'll go inside to Charles, almost thrown away. Ashton Charles, a baseline jumper way off. Not a good shot there from Charles, and Trey Evans gonna come back the other way. Now SWOSU can take the lead for the first time since 8 minutes in the first half.
Contested mid-range jumper there from Charles. Not the shot you want to take in that situation.
Evans goes to the basket, off the mark. Big rebound there by Micah Spate. Fourth rebound for Spate. He slows it up and brings it down. Spate gonna come off a screen from Palmer. Spate gonna take a three-pointer. It's good.
Micah Spate.
Cold Micah Spate.
He is having himself a career half in this one. 22 points here in the second half, doing absolutely everything he can to ensure SNU doesn't drop this one on the road.
Evans going to come off a screen. Evans going to go out to Llewellyn. Charles came off of him. Llewellyn going to drive. Tough lay-in, no good. Rebound by Palmer. They wanted a foul there, and I kind of don't blame him with just how touchy it's been. I don't think it was, but, you know, with how touchy everything has been, he kind of thought a call was coming, but they let it go there. Spate gets a little bit of a double team from Llewellyn. I was going to say he's going to get a foul there. I think just a frustration foul there by Llewellyn.
Yeah, absolutely. He comes in, tries to get the double team in, but comes in way too hard, way too aggressive, and there was no way he was going to avoid getting the foul called on that one.
Yeah, and probably a little bit of a frustration as he probably thought he had a call on the other end. After he did, he kind of looked at the official and was like, well, what about on that end? First free throw from Spate is good. Double bonus now for both sides. It's 2 free throws from here on out with 5:26 to play. First free throw, as we said, good from Spate. One more coming up. Spate is 5 of his last 6 from behind the arc. And he knocks 2 more free throws down. He ties Evans with a game-high 26. Battle of the point guards here today.
And again, Micah Spate, 2 points in the first half. has come out in this second half. Absolutely incredible performance by him.
Sandifer's going to take the handoff. Dunn defending. Sandifer gets it taken away by Dunn. What a steal by Jonathan Dunn. It'll be a tie-up, and it will be SNU basketball.
Incredible hands there, getting his hand in there. Not only that, but being able with one hand to secure that ball and tie it up. What effort there, Jonathan Dunn. He's going to get credit for the steal. That's 4 steals in this one from Jonathan Dunn.
Quick hands on the defensive end, as you said. Micah Spate, he's been the man of the hour offensively here in the second half. Micah Spate brings it forward, Gibson defending. Spate, get a little hedge there from Llewellyn. Gets another hedge, gets a double team, and he gets almost tied up. Johnson comes away with it, though. Dunn gonna come off this, it'll be Spate again, gets a screen from Palmer. Spate gonna drive, goes back to Dunn, wide open for 3, it's good! Jonathan Dunn for 3!
Just like that, you saw they were trailing Micah Spate that entire possession, trying to run him off, and finally that left Jonathan Dunn wide open. Back to an 8-point lead.
Evans on the other end, Evans trying to drive, he gets fouled. SNU just cannot foul there. And it's going to be on Charles on the hold, and that's going to put Evans on the line for 2. Evans is 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 10 of 20 from the field today. What a 3 there by Jonathan Dunn. It's an 8-0 run right now for SNU with a pair of free throws coming up from Evans.
Yeah, an incredible answer from SNU right after SWOSU ties it for the first time since about midway through the first half. SNU all of a sudden answers, and it became, again, the Micah Spate, Jonathan Dunn show, pushing this back out to an 8-point lead.
As we said, if you're just joining us, Noah Starkey not in the lineup today. He is in street clothes, out with a concussion. So the second leading scorer not playing today for SNU, and SNU's had to manage that. Has it not been easy? As coming forward will be Zach Johnson. Johnson taking the point guard roles here. Thought about the 3, goes to Dunn instead. Dunn pump fakes. Dunn gonna pull it back out, goes to Zach Johnson. Johnson thought about the 3 again, instead drives, goes inside to Ashton Charles, goes up and slams it down. Great patience by Charles, and the lead back out to 8 with under 4 to play.
Yeah, you love that from Johnson too. Twice thought about the 3, ends up driving, finding Charles down low. Great ball movement.
Sandifer with a wild shot there, but to clean it up is Fall, who gets the easy lay-in, and the lead back down to 6. Getting into crunch time here for the Crimson Storm. Johnson with it. Johnson comes off a screen. Johnson, he's going to take the 3-pointer. No good. Rebound. There's going to be a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on Llewellyn. And Charles is going to go to the line for 2 free throws when we come back. 3:25 to play in this game. Southern Nazarene, the number 5 team in the country, leads Southwestern 73-67.
Guys, remember, no hard selling, no high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon, all right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know, these guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 1954.
Back here in Weatherford, 73-67, Southern Nazarene leads with Ashton Charles going to the line for 2 free throws. Charles with 4 points, including a big dunk just a moment ago. And he has a chance to push this lead back out to 8. First free throw from Charles. It's good. Big free throw there for Ashton Charles. Gets it back to a 3-possession game with one more coming up. And, you know, Phil, you got to think back. How big was that double technical earlier in this contest?
Absolutely. You know, coming out of there, all of a sudden, double technical. Micah Spate knocks down all 4 free throws, building that lead up even 4. And while SNU couldn't quite do anything with it at that time and really push this lead out, now that's a big 4 points in an 8-point contest.
Evans with it, Dunn defending. Evans going to come off a screen. Good hedge there by Charles. Evans going to drive on Dunn and gets the foul call. Evans just does a good job initiating contact every time.
Absolutely, and again, he's just so quick, makes that first step, and once he blows by you, all you can do is foul him to prevent him from an easy layup, and all of a sudden he's going to have chance for 7th and 8th free throws of the night.
He's already at 28. He can get to 30 here with a pair of free throws. Trey Evans, we mentioned he's a transfer from Fordham. Done a nice job for SWOSU this season. He knocks the first one down and gets a step closer. Aghanim Bodu back into the game for Llewellyn. Llewellyn, you gotta think, he's gotta be so frustrated. He got called with that foul right before the media timeout.
Yeah, that was a tough call on Llewellyn. Both players just kind of making a play at the ball, and he gets charged with the foul when SWOSU was looking to make run, heading back the other way, but instead SNU gets the free throws out of the deal.
Back and forth we go. We've been between 6 and 8 here for quite a few possessions. SNU keeps finding a way to get buckets here. Johnson with it. Johnson off a screen. They'll go to Jonathan Dunn. Dunn pump fakes, steps back. Dunn loses it momentarily. Comes off a screen from Palmer. They'll go to Charles. Charles, a mid-range jumper from the elbow, way off. Another tough shot there by Ashton. Evans on the other side. Oh, what a steal there by Zach Johnson. He goes ahead to Palmer. Palmer gonna go up, and a big foul there. Palmer hits his head on the stairs in the back. Just a huge crash. Coach Bohach not happy at all. Palmer is up, good to see.
That was a very hard fall. Palmer going out on the break and just gets drilled from behind.
It's going to be on Evans. You wonder if they're going to look at this, and I think they're going to look at it. I think it was just a hard foul, but anytime there's a hard foul like that, obviously you have to look at the replay. You could be talking about a flagrant here or something along those lines.
Yeah, I agree. It looked like a hard foul. Obviously, SNU bench was not happy with it. Obviously, always trying to protect your players out there, and it's a good idea to double check this one. But I agree, from our angle, certainly looked like a hard foul. One of those plays, tight ball game, both players just running hard.
Yeah, and they've already done with the review, so I imagine that's probably what the call is going to be here. Just going to be a normal foul, and R.J. Palmer is going to go to the line for 2 free throws here in just a moment. No, I say that. The officials are having a little meeting. And they're going to head to the scores table, let them know what happened, probably get both coaches again as well. Question is, will it be a flagrant foul or just a normal foul? It looks like it's going to be a flagrant.
Yep, and R.J. Palmer was set to the line by himself.
That will be a flagrant foul. And SNU, that's big because they will get to keep the basketball as well. Huge there for SNU.
Yeah, a bit surprised by that call, but SNU certainly will take that call.
I mean, the biggest thing is obviously when you're coming from behind like that, they're going to protect the player in that case. And so, you know, especially when you're looking at it, you got to think it must be the right call, but can't understand both angles from it, but, you know.
And officials still looks like they're going to go check the monitor again after having some words with Coach Bohach. Palmer steps away from the free throw line, and officials back to the monitor, double checking. So I don't know what they're checking now.
Could be clock maybe, could be a lot of different things. So we'll hang tight here for just a moment. As SNU, this is another big point, for SWOSU. You've had the double technical now. Now you have a flagrant off a turnover, which all started on a beautiful, beautiful play by Zach Johnson, getting the steal and then pushing it ahead to R.J. Palmer.
Absolutely, yeah. Just as you said, just a heads-up play there to get the steal by Zach Johnson. And then you love R.J. Palmer getting out on the break and just hustling down court. You don't see R.J. Palmer going three-quarters court that often with the ball. But a great job by him just getting down court and forcing himself onto the free throw line.
Absolutely. So he will go to the line for 2 free throws, and the ball will come back to SNU. And at this point in this contest, that is absolutely huge.
Yes, even bigger than the free throws is getting possession. Right now, 6-point lead, 2.5 minutes to go. You want to be able to run some clock right now and just try to burn as much time as you can. So honestly, even bigger than the possible 2 points is keeping possession.
And a technical foul on the SNU bench. SNU bench is kind of laughing right now. Don't know where that came from, but Evans is going to get a free throw.
They all got up and were ready to pound once R.J. Palmer goes to the floor. So I don't know if they stepped too far onto the court and that's what caused it or what.
Yeah, not really sure what that was. As you probably heard the SWOSU crowd very excited about it. Palmer's first free throw short. And getting a little bit of heckling from the student section, which is right beside him. So one more coming up. That one is good. R.J. Palmer knocks it down. And so SNU will maintain possession here.
In the end, maintains a 6-point game, and SNU will have the ball.
No changes, really. Deep pass. Zach Johnson shows his ups there to go and get it, and Jonathan Dunn will have the ball here with a fresh shot clock. Dunn going to go to Micah Spate. Again, the hot hand this half. We're going to foul off the ball. Offensive foul. That's going to be on Palmer. That is unfortunate for SNU.
Yeah, that's tough, and that's 4 on R.J. Palmer. So with 2.5 minutes to go in a 6-point game, R.J. Palmer's got to be very careful. You do not want to lose him after you already obviously have.
As Evans takes it all the way, just unstoppable, and you're at a point with everything being called, you can't do anything with Evans. I mean, the best thing you maybe just try to take a charge at this point, but it's a 4-point game, 2 minutes to play.
Yeah.
Jonathan Dunn with it. Dunn going to go to Spate. Spate pump fakes, goes to Charles, wide open for 3. No good. Rebound to fall.
Another tough night for Charles, now 2 for 9 from the field, cannot get it to fall.
Evans looking for the screen. Evans going to pull it back, and SWOSU's slowing it down. They do have time, but interesting to see him slow it down here, but they want to get a good possession to try to make this a 1-possession game. He goes up, can't get it to fall. Good defense. There's a scramble, and coming away with it was Zach Johnson. Back the other way comes Micah Spate. Spate going to go up, foul, and 1! Micah Spate! Oh my goodness!
Micah Spate continues to do everything in this half, this time driving to the hoop and 1, pushing this back to a 6-point lead, possibly 7. Oh my goodness, Micah Spate, have yourself a day.
1 free throw to complete the 3-point play. It is good. 27 points in the second half for Micah Spate. The lead is back to 7. Evans, who has 33. Johnson on him. Evans being guarded well here. He's going to get a foul there, and that's my point. It's going to be on it's going to be on Johnson. Palmer was upset with the call. Micah Spate went up and grabbed him and said, hey, it's okay. Can't have that right now. 1:02 to play in this game, and Evans just being smart. He's playing into the ref's hands. He knows that he's going to get those calls, so he's going to keep doing it.
Absolutely. With that speed, once he gets to the basket, he's likely to get that call. And
he misses the first free throw, though. That could be huge. He has one more coming up, but can keep it at least a 6-point game for SNU. One more coming up for Trey Evans. He's had a great night. It's up. It's good. Lead down to 6, and timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. Should be I think it might be a full timeout, but we'll keep it here as we go through the final moments. What more can you say about Micah Spate tonight?
Oh, man, he has been absolutely sensational. In that first half, again, only 2 points. Didn't shoot the ball super well, but he dished out 6 assists. So found a way to be involved there in the first half, even without shooting well. And then here in the second half, just a sensational effort. I don't know what else you can say about it.
There aren't words almost.
He has single-handedly kept SNU in the lead here in the second half.
He has.
With 27 points and only a 6-point lead for SNU. It's absolutely amazing what he's done, knocking down the 3 balls. We just saw him go coast to coast with the ball and get the and one, finish it. He knocked down all 4 of those technical foul free throws earlier. Just every part of the game, he has been on top of the game and looked 100% in this game has looked like one of the best players in not just the GAC, but in the entire country.
We've argued that he is one of the top point guards in the country, and he is showing you why today with the outing he has had. My goodness, they needed somebody to step it up. We said that kind of who was going to step up, especially missing one of your scorers. Well, we see who's answered the bell here today. He has 27 of SNU's 40 points here in the second half. He has been absolutely unbelievable. Southern Nazarene set to inbound with 1:02 to play. SWOSU going to put pressure. You wonder if they're going to start. Do you start fouling now? Do you try to get a stop here? We'll see what SWOSU does. Charles the inbound is going to get it to Dunn. Dunn going to be trapped. Goes back to Charles. Charles going to bring it forward. We'll go to Micah Spate. Spate going to get it over half court. Going to go to Dunn. Dunn cross court. A little dangerous there, but Johnson picks it up, and they're going to foul Johnson. That's what they wanted. They wanted Zach Johnson with the ball. But Zach Johnson is 4 for 4 today from the line.
Yeah, Zach Johnson having himself a very nice night, both defensively and on the offensive side of the ball, just really making an impact on both. Not necessarily a stat sheet stuffer, but just plays hard on both ends, but leaves that first free throw well short.
He does miss the first one. As we said, he was 4 of 4 so far, but can't get that one to fall. So one more coming up here for Johnson. That one is good, and that's the important one because it gets it back out to 7.
Absolutely. A 3-possession lead with 49 seconds to go. That gives you a little bit more comfort knowing that 2 threes doesn't automatically tie this one up.
Back the other way comes Evans. Evans going to drive to the basket. Misses the layup. That is big. Charles going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line. And that is a big miss there from somebody who's had a really, really good ball game tonight. Couldn't get that one to go down.
Yeah, you haven't seen that kind of miss from Trey Evans much in this one. Usually he's either drawing the foul or finishing there at the rim, but that one just was thrown way too hard off the backboard and easily into Ashton Charles' hands.
Charles nails the first free throw. One more to go here. And SNU, it has not been the easiest game for them today. They have been tested by a SWOSU crowd who, they saw the upset on Thursday and they probably thought, you know what, we can pull it as well. And they have given SNU everything they could handle. But it looks like SNU may be able to pull a win out here, up 81-73. SWOSU can still get it down to 2 possessions with a basket here. Evans going to drive. Evans, nice move. Stevens cannot make that foul. Coach Bohach is begging for a push-off just one time. He's not going to get it there, though. And we'll continue this free throw game.
Yeah, that's It's a bad foul there. In that instance, you just kind of got to give it to him. You do not want to give away these free points here. All of a sudden, a chance to bring this within 5. Still over 30 seconds to go in the game. Plenty of time for SWOSU. SNU's got to be smart.
One free throw is up. One free throw is good. It's back down to a 5-point game. Still 2 possession, though. That's the important thing. Micah Spade has it. Gets it to Charles. Charles is the one who's going to get fouled. I think both of you and I are sitting here wanting Micah to get fouled just so he can possibly get to 30 here on the night.
Yeah, just 1 point
The
away.
SID in me at least wants him to get to 30.
Yeah, just 1 point away from putting a 30-piece on the board, but SWOSU wasn't having it there, forcing Micah Spate to get rid of the ball.
To Charles. Now they need both of them here to try and get it back to a 3-possession game. First free throw is up. First free throw is good. Perfect there from Ashton Charles. One more coming up here from Charles. That one is good.
Very calm, cool, and collected. Ashton Charles there on those free throws. Might be enough to finish this one off.
They're going to let Evans drive again. At some point, SWOSU's got to take some 3-pointers. And here it comes. Sandifer's going to take a 3. Off the mark, no good. Micah Spate will be fouled. He will go to the line. And that, folks, will more than likely do it.
That should do it. 13 seconds left, 7-point game, and Spate an opportunity to get to that 30-point marker we were just talking about.
As we like to call it, a 30-burger around here. He's looking for it right here. He's at 29. He's had just such an incredible game here.
Yeah.
27 in the second half alone. First free throw's up, and it is good. 30 points for Micah Spate, not to mention 7 assists.
Yeah, just as you said, 7 assists. He had 6 there in the first half.
And he misses on the back end. I guess we can forgive him for one miss on that one. 8-point lead now. They'll kick it out. Evans now going to drive. Good defense there by Johnson. Evans a long 3. Of course he gets it to fall because the kid can't miss today, but it's not going to matter. That's going to do it. The Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, it certainly was not easy here today, but the Crimson Storm are going to escape Weatherford with an 84-79 win. And Phil, what a game.
Indeed, what a game. So back and forth. SNU multiple opportunities to kind of pull away and just put this one out of reach, but just could not get it done. Whether it be them just falling apart on the defensive end or being unable to knock down shots outside of anyone named Micah Spate. Just could not finish this one off early, and SWOSU had really all the chances in the world to come back and win this game. Even had come back to tie it up late in the second half before SNU goes on an 8-0 run to win this one. And really, what can you say about the performance of Micah Spate? Truly willing SNU to the victory here tonight.
Yeah, unbelievable game from Micah. I think you can probably guess we're going to talk to him here shortly after such a tremendous contest. But yeah, not an easy one for the number 5 team in the country. Maybe some people were expecting, hey, they're going to bounce back and get back to their ways. And now this SWOSU squad led by Trey Evans, who ends up dropping 40. Fairness, yeah, give him credit where credit's due, but he did drop a lot of that in those final seconds trying to will his team back. But he had one heck of a ball game. So what a win for the Crimson Storm. Micah Spate coming up here shortly. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Post-game show coming up. We will have Micah Spate joining us as well as Coach Bohach as Southern Nazarene earns a huge 84-79 win over SWOSU. What a contest it was. SNU struggled a little bit in that second half, shooting only 9 of 28, but they end up going 22 of 57 from the field, shooting 39%. They get a little bit back on track from the three-point line, 12 of 34, up to 35%. SWOSU, 24-59 from the field, 41%, 6 of 21 from behind the arc. They get to the free throw line 31 times. SNU gets to the line 35 times. Really just kind of slowed everything down to a mud's pace, but SNU finds a way to get it done and get the win. SWOSU had the rebounding advantage, and we kind of knew without Micah that was going to be, or without Noah, I should say, that was going to be tough. They take a 45-31 advantage in rebounds. SNU a 14-9 advantage in assists, a 8-4 advantage in steals, and a 3-2 advantage in blocks. And only 10 turnovers on the night for Southern Nazarene. They get SWOSU to 15 turnovers, and so it was quite the contest. Shout out to Trey Evans, 40 points. What a game from him. Also had 9 rebounds in the game. He did a little bit of everything. Sandifer also added 16 points. But as we said, Micah Spate goes for 30 on the night, 6 of 11 from the field, 5 3-pointers. Jonathan Dunn had 16 points. Chris Stevens with 9, Ashton Charles with 9, Zach Johnson with 7 on the night, R.J. Palmer with 6. And he had a slew of different offensive players able to contribute for Southern Nazarene here this afternoon in a tough environment, but Southern Nazarene finds a way to get it done. Like I said, we'll have Micah Spate coming up. We'll have head coach Adam Bohach coming up here shortly here in the postgame show, so don't go anywhere. We hope you can join us here in just a moment as we'll have some postgame interviews coming your way. We will be right back. Volume on. And then right. And we're back here on the post-game show. Joining us is the junior point guard, Micah Spate, going for 30 points tonight in the 84-79 win over SWOSU. Micah, congratulations on a great contest. We knew coming in, Noah was going to be out of the lineup tonight. That's one of your top scorers. You and Jonathan have a big night. Y'all combined for 46 points. You get some other, just talk about how this team was able to pick each other up, knowing one of your top scorers is out of the game.
Just togetherness. We preach that every day. Coach preaches it. We pass it on to each other. I mean, that's the biggest key, just togetherness. No matter who we have on the floor, we don't. We know we got each other's back no matter what. So that's what plays a huge role in this.
Okay, you got to tell me. So, in the first half, a little bit of struggling with your shot. A couple things just rolling out. You had some good looks, but you're able to get 6 assists in the first half. You finished with 7 in the game. The second half, you're able to pick it up on the scoring end. You go for 28 in the second half. Just talk about your game and how you're able to, what you're able to do in so many different ways to elevate this offense.
It's really all my teammates and the coaching staff just believing in me, just giving me the confidence to go out every night and play how I can. Just them feeding positive knowledge into me no matter how it's going for me. Just keep feeding into me where I can feed onto my teammates. So.
Yeah. All right, you had to see, Jonathan Dunn goes for 16 points. You had to see that dunk down here on the end over there. What was your reaction when you saw that?
I went crazy on the bench. That's my dog. Jay, we always tell him after he gets that back cut, dunk on somebody's head. And
yeah, he did just that. He did just that. Hey, we know Thursday was a tough night, and you guys, it was a tough environment in Durant, and you knew it was going to be a tough one here coming into SWOSU. What did you take from that game? Getting hit in the mouth a little bit, and knowing that you're going to get everybody's A game. How did you take that into tonight's contest?
Just bouncing back, just knowing that we have to respond no matter what. Like, however it goes for us, we have to respond and stay together like how we always preach. So that's the biggest key in going forward.
All right, so you're going to go pack your swim trunks now. You're going to get ready to go over the Pacific Ocean and head over to Hawaii. Going to be first of all, obviously a great experience to be able to go to such a beautiful land and things like that. But you're going to get some good basketball in as well. Just talk about the excitement to be able to head over to Hawaii with your boys and have a good time over there.
Yeah, we're definitely all excited. Never been there before, no one on the team, but we're excited. We know we got to go down there and handle business, so that's what we're mainly going there for. So, sir.
Mike Spate, what a game. 30 points for the point guard. Also had 7 assists and 5 made 3-pointers in the contest. Oh, and 2 steals as well. Got it done on the defensive end as well. So, Micah, congratulations on a great night. We will be right back, and we will have the coaches coming up here in just a moment.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sir.
Hot mic, so hold 1 second.
I just want to make sure I'm not too loud. No, I'm good.
Okay, let's get this back up. Okay, 3, 2. Back here on the post-game show, a special treat. We got our assistant coach, Ryan Mahoney, joining us after the big 84-79 win over SWOSU. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on a hard-fought win. This was a SWOSU team that was very game from the start. I got a big night from Trey Evans, who was able to kind of lead them. And you guys escaped with a win. Talk about just this battle.
Yeah, it was a good job as a team, just playing together and buying into what we talked about yesterday and how we were going to guard them and what we were trying to do as a team offensively and defensively. I thought we did a really good job improving on how to guard the ball screen in one day, and so that really allowed us to do it the way we wanted to, and we had confidence going forward on offense by how we guarded defensively.
Talk a little bit, obviously, it's tough anytime when one of your top scorers cannot play in a game, and Noah obviously could not go today. Talk about how the team was able to pick each other up and elevate their game and come away with a win today.
Absolutely. James, that's who we are. We're just the next man. One of our mottos is the next right thing, and so today with Noah out, the next right thing was for RJ to play the 5 and Brady Mulkey to come in and Chris to slide to the 4, and that's just what we did. That's who we are. We just adapt.
Mm-hmm. Not to harp on Thursday, but Thursday was a tough night for you guys. Probably one. How did this team respond to Thursday? Obviously just a game probably nobody expected, at least not to that magnitude where, you took it on the chin pretty good on Thursday. How was this team's response in practice yesterday and then coming into today's game?
Phenomenal. Our guys always respond well. Mm-hmm. They're always wanting to be coached. They always want to listen and improve each day. And I think today showed their response from Thursday.
Talk a little bit about the point guard tonight, Micah Spate. And I asked him, first half, he has some good looks that just don't want to go down, but he's still able to provide 6 assists in the game and still able to get stuff done that's beneficial to your offense. Second half, you need some scoring. What's Micah do? He goes for 28 points in the second half. He finishes, let me just read it real quick, 30 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 5 made three-pointers. I mean, just talk about that performance.
Mike is our personality. I know Coach has probably said that multiple times when he's up here, but that's just our team takes on Micah's personality each game. And so when Micah feels like he has to or he has the opportunity to score, we know he can do that. It's not something he feels like he has to do all the time, but when the opportunity's there, he takes advantage of it. And our team knows that he's going to jump up and make those shots because we see him do it in practice for 2+ years now.
All right, and let's talk about going forward. All right, I just got to ask how excited you guys are because, you're going to be packing your swim trunks. You're heading over the Pacific. You're heading to Hawaii. There's going to be a lot of good teams there. It's going to be a great tournament. It's going to be a great test for the team, but it's also got to be exciting to be able to experience something like this and be able to go to such a, a unique place.
Yeah, it's absolutely just a blessing from our administration to allow us to do that, to be able to take this trip and bolster our resume against some really good teams. It's a really good thing that some of our guys might not ever have the opportunity to do. It'll be my first time in Hawaii, so I've never been able to do it. So it is a very unique thing, and we're just thankful to have the opportunity.
Ryan Mahoney, the assistant coach, Southern Nazarene, number 5 team in the country, defeats SWOSU 84-79, an exciting one here in Weatherford. Coach, again, congratulations.
Thanks, James.
We'll be right back to wrap this one up. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I wasn't too bad.
Oh.
Coach, I was awful, and I could never come back. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks,
You guys
man.
going home.
Yes, sir. All right. All right, we're back here in Weatherford here to wrap it up. Phil, what a win for SNU. Micah Spate, big game of 30 points. Jonathan Dunn overcame a little tough shooting in the second half, still finishes with 16 points, most importantly 4 steals. What a win for this Crimson Storm squad.
Absolutely, a night where obviously they did not shoot the ball particularly well, shooting just 39% from the field. But able to overcome that, as you said, and get the job done. Multiple opportunities to kind of pull away. Just, again, one of those nights where the shots just weren't falling as a team and couldn't quite make that run that we've seen so often from this team. But in the end, they were able to get it done, and that was mostly in thanks to Micah Spate. Again, just absolutely sensational performance by him here in the second half.
Absolutely. So Southern Nazarene comes away with the 84-79 win. As we said, Micah Spate, 30 points. Jonathan Dunn, 16 points. Chris Stevens with 9. Ashton Charles also with 9. So a great win for the Crimson Storm. They head to Hawaii. Unfortunately, we're not going to Hawaii. They will have broadcasts there, but we will not be with them. So check SNU Athletics for the live links. Our next broadcast, however, will be on December 14th. Southern Nazarene women will take on Oklahoma Christian in a rivalry game set for a 6 p.m. start time. We'll have all the action live from the Sawyer Center in Bethany. We hope you will join us. For my partner, Phil Younts, we appreciate you guys joining us here this afternoon, and we will look forward to you guys joining us again on November 14th for that women's matchup. Again, your final score from Weatherford: Southern Nazarene, the number 5 team in the country, bounce back and defeat Southwestern Oklahoma State 84-79. Thank you again for joining us, and have a great rest of your night.